Hello! So in this video we will show you how our very first week in the tiny house was like, starting from the move, setting up Starlink, dealing with extreme weather conditions, exploring our neighborhood, working and living on the land and in the tiny house.
Hello, we are Daniel from Brazil, Stella from Germany, and our border collie Bonnie. We moved from the heart of Berlin all the way to the beautiful north of Portugal. We've got this amazing 1.2 hectares of land with an old ruin right by the river. We are going to share our experience of living in a tiny house and the whole process of turning this beautiful place in our home. Starting from scratch, we are diving into manual work, gardening, have some farm animals and any other task you can imagine. Trying to spend more time away from the computer screens. We are all about learning by doing, sharing our successes, fails, and the fun moments with you.
So the apartment is getting empty. We pack everything, hired a small company to help us with the move. Very excited because we're a bit unsure if they will manage to go to our tiny house or if we need to call Senor Ricardo for help again. And this is Bonnie, she wants to help, so she's following like a shadow. Right, Bonnie? Always in the way. Elon is waiting for installment. Hope this works out.
We were about to arrive and it was pretty much sunny the whole way.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It will be a nightmare. Yeah, we have the other truck with all the boxes and things we have, but oh boy, it will be fun. There you go.
We moved!
Everything is in place. We got the stuff. We have just finished, so everybody left the land apparently because nobody got stuck, nobody caught. We need to clean everything, it's a bit mess. There's still some things missing we need to fix. We don't have water. Elon Musk is here, so we should be able to have internet and work at some point. One is already destroyed something. That's it. I'm gonna try to pack and organize everything.
Yes, Bonnie!
Yes, Bonnie, come, get the stick.
We managed the moving! Everything is here. Danny is bringing water from the river so that we can clean a bit. The sun is coming out as well. After some rain, also some heavy rain, we're very, 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 very happy. Now we'll start the unpacking and cleaning and then chill.
We're trying to get the couch.
So that we can enjoy our wine on the sofa and watch
One wine before going to bed.
a movie.
Yeah.
We already tried to put almost everything in. Look, as you can see, are here all the boxes. One box is missing, the box with the bathroom utensils. And I'm very sad because it was the most important box. And it's in our car, which broke. So it's with the mechanic for 2 weeks. As you can see, tiny house is pure chaos and we need to live like this for the next 2 weeks. And the dog, we also don't know what we need to do with the dog because she's wet. She cannot go anywhere without making everything wet and dirty.
First night, slept like shit. It was super loud, it was super crazy, we were exhausted, new pillows, new everything, so it was a bit of a pain. But yeah, first night. Now we live here. Now we probably just take a nice shower there and buy a TV and finalizing food and wrapping up the rest. This is the trash we need to go. Problem is that the car had to be like all the way out because of the mud, so peace out, my friend.
Okay, I'm starting my first fire. Let's see.
At least
How
try.
this I mean, I think it will burn quite fast because it's just paper. Okay, apparently these boxes are not burning so easily.
Please leave some fuel for my lighter.
Yeah. Jenny is folding the paper in preparation as a warm-up for the river.
As a warm-up.
As a warm-up. Bonnie is obviously helping. Struggling to set up the trash.
So The day after, we went for shopping. We bought the TV, we bought some other things that we needed. We lighted up the fire for the first time, which is a pain in the ass to make it work.
Okay, also one thing with the tiny house is, and the nature around the tiny house, we have loads of insects. And we actually have, like at every window, like some nets you can pull down, but in the beginning we didn't really use it, and then the tiny house was full. Yeah, so we were busy on Sunday setting up Elon, like Daniel said, and then it was raining the whole time, and we got really concerned because the water level was rising and rising, and the river started to come closer and closer to the tiny house. Like Daniel needed to rescue Elon.
So we were scared because the river is already here. It's the first weekend.
Let me show.
We're not losing the tiny house though, but basically we are here, which has very, very high precipitation stuff. The problem is that here we have 2 days in a row. The water will not drain. After that should be doable. Yeah, the biggest problem is that the river level was rising so fast, and the rain was also super strong. It was the first weekend we were staying here, right? So I don't know, at some point, I don't know, after the second or third day, the water was already hitting the base of the tiny house.
And this was basically our weekend, just the preparation for the week. And then the week started and we tried to find our routine. When we were living in Portugal, we went to the gym every morning, and here we don't have anything. So we used the time to figure out like what exercises we can do. We also went like for a lot of runs to see the neighborhood, but then also the knees hurting because it's going uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill. But still, it was great to just explore a bit and see the nature. And the nature here is really beautiful. Like, I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, now we're trying to find like a routine on the workout.
We met some of the neighbors. Everybody knew who we are, where we're living. Like, I have the feeling people here, they talk a lot. They all know each other. And I went there, I wanted to feed the pony. And then the woman was like, oh, stop, stop, stop. She's biting. And it turned out that she was living close by. It were her sheep. And also one thing I always try to do, I manage almost every day, is to jump in the river. Daniel also joins occasionally, but it's nice. Bonnie enjoys it as well. But jumping in the river with Bonnie is very painful because she tries to hug you and then she comes with the claws and scratches everything.
All of this, it's before starting the day. Then we sit next to each other and work. And at least we have some nice breaks. We have lunch break. Usually when it's sunny, we just sit next to the river. We have the food there. We try to prep the food we have been eating, at least salad, and so we don't spend a lot of time cooking.
Yeah, and in the first week, we were also working a lot in the tiny house to try to make it as cozy as possible. Yeah, we actually, at least I like it a lot. Like, I feel way more cozy than in the old apartment in Portugal, because the old apartment was super cold, and now we have a nice AC, it's warm, and I love to have a sofa, and also Bonnie is enjoying it a lot here. I think she likes that the space is small and that she always sees us.
Bit of sunlight today. The river is still quite strong, but yeah, at least we got some time to relax. So for the first week, we have been taking a lot of water from the river, basically on buckets, which is quite painful. We don't have running water. And yeah, we just need to go back and forth to shower. We have been heating in the stove and then showering afterwards, which is okay. I think the worst part from this thing is actually we cannot use the dishwasher and the washing machine.
Like I said, in the end of the week, tiny house was full of dishes, and then on the weekend it was basically just trying to organize everything, doing groceries. So since our car broke before the tiny house delivery, we only had a rental car and we couldn't go with the car to the land. So this means the car was parking outside. We needed to put everything in IKEA bags, carry all the clothes, the trash, like nothing is around here. And so we needed to walk like 10 minutes to go to the car. Sunday we treated ourselves and we went to the garden shop and we got our very first trees.
So it was just a nice, pretty hanging tree that was just next to the checkout. We're like, okay, I'll get this one as well. And we put it here next to the place we work. But the problem is that it's just this weird smell. It's just horrible. And also she had to move outside basically.
Trying to find places for the tree, which is also not that easy because we know we will have soon the construction, so everything, all the construction machines will go over our land, so we try to find a place where the new trees are safe, and then we're digging the hole, putting the trees.
We also had to replace some of the poles at the entrance because the guys, they took it out.
The poles from the neighbors, like on the street to the land.
Yeah, and I didn't want to have any issues with the neighbors, right? So we kind of tried to dig it again and put them in place, which was also a nice workout. And then yeah, that was the end of the week. First week was great, have been cooking and eating quite well. The nights are still quite scary, I would say. Creepy, not scary, but creepy. We're gonna try to do more videos like this, but not like every week. Maybe a month review and 6 months, 1 year review, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Ciao.